Welcome to the Keepers of the Golden Gate, Session 4. It is the 18th of May 2019. I am Ryan, the GM, and here are my players.
Hi, I'm Callum. I'm playing a human storm sorcerer called Aeric Rain.
Aeric, you cut out at the end.
Aeric Rainwood is my name.
There we go.
Hi, I'm Adrienne, and I play Arya Bluebird, who is a half-elf druid.
Hi, I'm Scott. I play Crumbar, who is a half-orc paladin.
Hi, I'm Sophie. I play Kitty the Kill, a Tabaxi rogue.
Hello, I'm Stuart. I play Reach, a half-elf monk.
There we go. Perfect. We normally do a little pre-game. I think we normally do that. Sure, we do that. Anybody got anything to report since the last time we played? Anything major they want to bring up? Except we have a new player. Everybody who's listening and didn't notice at the start.
I was going to say. I mean, I think the fact that we have a new player is kind of big.
Nah, it's minor.
Poor thing had to go first as well.
Just in case people didn't know, we have Callum. The end of my updates.
Cool.
Yeah. Anybody got anything they want to add? Anything interesting happened to them during the week they want to add as a,
I started my new job yesterday.
Ooh.
Finally.
How was it?
Oh,
It was really fun. I was doubled up with a woman who was teaching me how to what I was doing. So she'd go and litter pick on the train, and I would put all the reservations in, and that was really fun. We just got to chill out till the next train. It was great.
Awesome.
Getting paid, chill out.
So you get paid to ride the train.
No, it's stationary. It pulls in at the station because it's the last stop for it, and then we clean it out, put the seat reservations on, and then it's good to go for the next journey.
Awesome.
Alright. Do you get free train travel?
I do, sort of. You have to get all buddy-buddy with the conductors.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not bad.
Only for the company that I'm working for.
Very good.
Alright.
Probably shouldn't say.
Yeah, probably should.
Yeah, our ones of fan. Imagine. Also, hello anyone that listens. Thank you for joining us. What about anybody else? Anything else happened to anybody else that's
I
publicly
didn't kill
announceable?
anyone, so
I mean, that's good.
that's good.
I don't know we're at risk of that, but that's good.
Oh, mate, the week work has been hard this. It's good though.
Good. As long as you're still standing, that's the main thing.
I'd have more sympathy for you, but your character in D&D is just, yeah,
I'm nice in real life.
sure thing.
Pats in, condescension.
Well, I'm just gonna leave now then.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, one in, one out, right? So,
Yeah, I guess so.
oh dear.
What's the command for suicide?
No, there isn't one.
Dot kill.
Isn't it just slash? No, or is that too edgy?
Just slash.
Is that too edgy?
No, that means you're taking a whiz.
Okay, good.
I think it would be. Would it be that? Oh, I just put slash self.
No. So, moving on from horrible topics.
Yes, that's gonna get dark really
You're going to
quickly.
have to put a subject warning at the beginning of this.
Just as a disclaimer, please don't suffer in silence. Even if you are a complete stranger and you're having dark thoughts, message me. I'll do my best to respond. There's my public announcement for everybody out there. That one's a fan.
That one's a fan.
What about Adrienne or Stu?
Nothing new to add, no.
Adrienne?
I am officially in the last 3 shifts at my place,
Oh-ho.
so then I can properly start planning for my big move to London.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So, but in the meantime, Comic-Con with this mad chick, so yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Sounds good.
There better be
Sounds
lots of
good,
pictures.
and we're even roomies, so that's gonna be amazing.
Lots of
We got
Oh,
pictures.
you're gonna be
Girls'
sick and
night
tired of
in.
all the selfies. You are going to be sick and tired, honestly.
Yeah, but I
We're
also
probably
want
gonna
ones
take
in
selfies
character.
That weekend.
I was gonna say.
We don't get to dress. Well, I don't get to dress up because I'm with celebrities. I sit next to them and make sure people don't harass them.
Some
and make
blue
sure they
hair
keep their
and some
schedule. So
twigs in your hair will not go amiss.
I wish. I really wish, but I can't dye my hair just now because we're staying somewhere that has a pool, so I kind of don't want to jump
just
in the pool and
stay
make the
in it.
water blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like see a little trail of blue behind.
I am the bath bomb.
Little. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, that would be it.
Oh, good. Right, good. Well, we've all caught up. Callum, I mean, anything happened to you since before I ever met you?
I
He
lived.
was born.
Okay, cool. Glad we caught up.
Well done.
Right, who remembers what happened on the last session?
I don't.
The kid screwed us over.
It was all a dream, and I had the best fight of my life. I was kicking ass left, right, and centre, and then it was
so
dream.
obviously it was a
In our
dream.
dreams.
everyone was like dead or dying, and I was just there like with health, the only one. Of course, it's a bloody dream.
Sounds like how Game of Thrones will end.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
I've actually read
spoiler
the
warning.
leaks, so I actually know how it's supposed to end, and no, our story is better.
oh,
Good. I'm pleased. Thank you for that, Arya.
Hey, others might like it. I don't know. Like, I have loved episodes that others have hated, and I have hated episodes others have loved. So, but that's just my own personal.
Mhm.
And you should take that as a compliment.
I did. I was
tend to
genuinely
like.
touched.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying thank you for that in the sense of thank you for.
No, I said
spoiling
thank
or
you,
whatever. I'm
Arya,
like, no, I'm
purely
not spoiling.
because your name was obviously used quite a lot in Game of Thrones. So it was our story's better.
Oh,
but we have a character
shit,
called Arya
yes,
too.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
and I'll have you know that this is my old character name as well. So I've been playing a druid. Granted, it was a different druid, called Arya for a lot longer than Maisie Williams has been playing Arya. Just saying.
I believe you. Thousands wouldn't, but I believe
We've
you.
got a hippie in here.
What?
He's making a "you were Arya before it was cool" reference.
Oh yes, totally hipster.
Yep. Also playing a druid, if it wasn't obvious there, Callum, right?
Yeah. Just confirms, right?
Right, okay, so anything else that happened last time that people want to bring up, or are we good?
Freaking dreams of dragons. God help us.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Huh.
Or wait, that's a lie. I totally am because I can totally punch it with a hammer.
Crumbar wasn't good at the fighting technique. Crumbar was good at the fighting. Okay.
I
Yeah.
read Crumbar's good at flutes as well.
Mm.
Crumbar is excellent at what. Don't let anyone tell you anything else.
Everybody's trying to purge it from their mind, I think. But anyway, the party, as you are heading towards Glitterhagen, one of the cities, one of the main cities, a big trade city. Obviously, Eremos in tow, and I'm happy to montage our way to the front gate. Does somebody want to tell me something that's likely to have came up on your several days' travel on foot?
I would have put my armor back on because I'm just looking at my character sheet. I realise I've still not equipped my chainmail.
Yeah, and like you
Okay.
can, like obviously when you've got ready and set off, you can have put on your armor and stuff.
Uh,
Yeah,
I'd have waited for you. Yeah.
10 minutes is fine. Yeah.
Why are you not
Uh,
letting me?
Right. Also, I give Arya a light healing potion because I've got two and she's used one of hers. So add a
Yay,
potion of
thank
healing.
you.
Yeah. No problem. That's...
I've just been a smug little piece of S. Just been like, yeah, I'm left alive in the dreamland. Meh, 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 meh.
And then I just tease you going on about how yes, it was a dream.
I think as well, like in the travels, like I think Eremos has been asking you loads of questions about what happened in the dream. Like he's kind of fascinated at the fact that you all had a shared experience.
Also, during travels, I play my pamphlet.
Terribly. Great.
I mean,
Up
it's
to the standard of Oasis there, but it looks.
I think he first got it horribly, and then he got it right. So I don't know how
Mhm.
traumatized he'll be, to be honest.
we know he can do better. That's the thing.
Well, only when it's had a triumph.
It's because the fight
You're welcome.
wasn't real. It just turned out to all be a dream.
Yeah.
So it's only played slightly good.
Yeah, and it wasn't really your victory. It was mostly Kitty's victory, right?
I don't. That's not how I remember it.
I remember my dream very
That's how
differently.
everyone else remembers it.
But yeah, so like along the way, what happens? Like you've obviously played the flute, chatted a bit about what happened, traded some equipment over, but like
The
eh,
kid
tried
has
to
been
steal
annoying.
the
I'm
flute.
assuming.
I mean you can assume that, but I mean the kid's just been asking questions and writing stuff down
Yeah,
in his
like-
book.
Yeah, being that annoying kid.
That poor 10-year-old you've kidnapped.
We haven't kidnapped. He came of his own accord.
Sure.
Eventually.
He definitely did say he wanted to go on an adventure. That was definitely something he was happy to do. So yeah. But he is 10, so...
Would during this travel is where we meet our new friend?
No.
No. Okay.
This is
And
the
that-
in-between. So if anybody else that isn't Crumbar, because I think Crumbar's managing the event between very well.
In that case, while traveling, we do not meet any interesting characters who may join the party.
Yeah, that could happen. And in fact does. But yeah, so Reach, Kitty, Arya, anything that you'd like to have covered across the montaging towards the front gates?
I was just wondering if on our way, if we encounter any beasts. Because if we did, I'm probably just gonna talk to them. Because I can. Just be like Snow White sort of thing. Basically.
A trail of wooden
Sorry,
creatures.
Wooden creatures, just carvings, random wooden
I'm
carvings.
just looking at this. And it says that like beasts are other things. Some of them I can't even read, so probably not then. But anyway, I'm definitely like noticing every single little
Yeah, I mean,
animal around us.
they'll
and,
be like what you'd imagine woodland animals or forest animals to
I've
be
just
like.
got-
Yeah,
I've just got this amazing like image in my head of we all waking up and getting ready, like putting on our gear, like and then we just look over to you and you've just got birds flying in and dressing you. Oh, like Disney princess style.
Hey, how do you think my hair, this braid that I have, gets done every day? Like, I
That's why it
don't
ends up
bother.
with twigs in it.
you're right.
Exactly.
Worms, intertwining worms.
And a lot of birds.
So, yeah, I guess in that case, then yeah, like you can wander through. Like maybe you as a party kind of see that Arya just is more in kind of in tune with nature. Maybe explains why she didn't do anything around Winter Combat to everybody else's notice, since she just stared at the bats. By rolling a 3 on your nature check, by the way, in case you think I'm sassing you. And then, yeah, so maybe you just learn a bit more about her kind of connection with nature. Does anybody bring it up on the walk to Glitterhagen? The fact that she has stopped and spoke to anything that has, not been part of the party.
To be honest, we have a cat with us, so it's
Yeah.
not that weird that the person that, lived most of their lives in the wood is talking to various animals in the woods, I guess.
And I would no doubtfully make some type of comment like, "Can you ask it to be my dinner?" Which I'm pretty sure she would slap me for.
I mean, if it is a sort of like tiny little bird that he can't eat anything out of, he's just wanting to eat it for the sake of eating it, I'll be like,
No, I just want to
Raging
eat
at
it for
him.
the sake of you're trying to make friends with it.
Because it's Crumbar.
yeah,
Such a
that would
dick.
not go down well. I would just glare at you in a very threatening way.
Let me just open Crumbar's character sheet up. I just need to check.
Check what he's stashed in his inventory.
It's
no
chaotic
longer-
good, right?
Yeah.
You're good. It doesn't say chaotic dick.
Oh, burn!
So we're gonna wind back a bit, and then you're gonna prod the bird. The bird's gonna fly away, and he goes, "Ugh." And we're not gonna have you just be mean for no reason, Mister. I'm in the Golden Order armor.
Yeah.
Worst PR ever. So
They knew the risk when they hired me.
yeah. Yeah, but they also knew what handing you a two-handed hammer and pointing at the enemy would do, so it works out really.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, so you head into the eastern, I want to say, gate? Yeah, eastern gate of Clarehagen. It starts to kind of like show up in the distance. These are probably absolutely knackered from the travel. It's not a great walk, and if you're stuck by the coast, these are kind of like weather beaten as well, like the kind of coastal weather hits you.
Can you ping on the map where we would be right now then?
Yeah, I'll move us to the world map.
So is it there we're going to?
Yeah, so that's Clarehagen, and yous were in here somewhere. Because remember, you walked down towards the, bless whoever that was, you walked down towards the coast, and then that's when you made camp, and then bats appeared, and then you have wandered for a few days.
That's when demonic evil spider bat death things appeared.
Still not spiders, but yeah.
They're totally spiders. Spiders with wings.
Yeah. So, that's where you're headed. That's what.
Right.
And it's pretty obvious when you're there because it's a huge city. It is one of the main cities. But yeah, so as you start approaching, is there any like plans? Is there any preamble conversations? Like, what's the chat? Like, I think maybe you probably stop a good wee bit away from the city before you head in and before you are in sight of like the city guard and stuff. Because keep in mind, this is a like part of the kingdom.
I would probably. Crumbar turns to Reach and asks him what his plans are for entering the city and what to do once we're inside.
I'm gonna be that guy again. So before Stu answers, you're gonna go back and be Crumbar and just say that in character.
What's I?
So just ask him that as Crumbar.
You are Crumbar, remember.
I am Crumbar. Hear me roar. So Reach, what is our plan for entering the city, and do we have anything planned for once we enter?
I really don't have a clue, to be honest. We're not going to start fights. That's one thing.
You hear like a disappointed noise come from Eremos as he's like kind of hugging his book, walking forward, going,
I just glare. Crumbar gives Reach a slight glare, saying, "Well, we'll see about that." You know that kind of way of it's like, well, I'm not saying I'm going to start a fight, but I'm not going to turn away from the opportunity if it arises.
I just roll my eyes while my arms are crossed, just like, go.
So yeah, what about Arya and Kitty then? Is there any way in on what is the actual plan as we head towards one of the capitals or one of the main cities?
Well, our main goal is to get across to the island in the middle.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Are we just here just to try and find Celeste? Should she not have turned up and told us a bit more by now?
I mean, it's been like what, almost a week, and by a week I mean almost 10 days.
Yeah.
I think we should. I think more than anything, we'd be looking at just finding somewhere to, rest at its inside.
Yeah,
and
resupply and stuff.
Stash the kid somewhere is the best.
Well, to be fair, since we've got the kid, we don't need to go across to the because we thought we had to go there to find it.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be like the weapon was going to be in like the king's bedroom.
What we could ask the kid what he'd fancy doing.
Yeah. Seems we're just kind of waiting for what's the face to show up and do something.
Is it something? I think that's more something Arya might speak to him about.
Yeah, because Arya actually likes this kid.
Yes,
I do not.
Whereas I want to turn him into a fine paste.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, what do we actually know? Because what Celeste has told us is that once we have the weapon, she'd be coming to us. But she's given us the name. The name is the kid's name, and yet she's not come to us. So I don't really know what she wants us to do. Basically, I mean, I think we've been keeping on going in the same direction that we've been walking in, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're on the right path. Like,
Yeah.
summon her somehow, get her to come to us. That would be very helpful.
Let's see what the kid wants to do. And then when we get into the city, we can look into summoning her.
I think as you are having this conversation, you've obviously asked Eremos to maybe stand to the side a little bit as you attempt to discuss this. I have made the assumption you are doing this, not just standing over him talking about him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No,
And,
we.
He's
I may have been raised amongst animals, but still.
He's like sat his book down and he's picked up like a bit of a branch and he's pretending to sword fight. Just like when you turn around and notice him. It's like proper swashbuckly.
Arya, do you want to pipe up a conversation? Because Nines will just end up with me hitting him with a hammer.
Kitty, can you roll insight, investigation, or perception? I don't care which one you want to roll, but I want you to roll one of them.
Where is it?
Cool. You look at the kid, and you're like, something's a bit. Do you know when you think you're like this is familiar, but you can't quite place it?
Yeah.
Like
Deja vu kind of thing.
yeah, but like in that sort of way of going, I definitely feel like I know this. But just when you're watching him like swashbuckle.
Is he imitating when Crumbar and Reach were having their little fight? Oh no, they
I
didn't.
think he's imitating when
imitating
you were
you.
stabbing bats with your rapier.
Ooh, maybe.
I can't really answer more than 9, sorry, but yeah, you can read into that if you will. So yeah, you turn around, you spot the kid doing this. Who's going up to him?
Attack's not it.
Oh, it's Kitty's weapon of choice, so surely she would notice that. Or well,
Christopher Walken
Is
runs
he-
by.
Doing it with like a stick or with one of our weapons.
Oh, like a stick. It's a bit of a branch he's found.
Crumbar notices with a snigger. He goes, "Are you sure you'd want to use a puny weapon like that and not something like this?" And shows off his hammer.
So do you approach him to get his attention and stuff?
Yeah, aye. Sorry, I thought he was beside us. I forgot.
No, like he's a wee bit further away, just out of your
Yeah,
shot.
so Crumbar's spotted the kid kind of arsing about, and Sniggerly walks over and just says to the kid, "It's like, so, do you really want to use such a pathetic weapon as a twig? Why not something more suitable like this and this?" And on that, he proudly thrusts the hammer out in front of the kid's face.
Yeah.
I feel like the kid tries to take it off him and he just thunks to the floor.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping happens.
So you do this, and maybe like your shadow kind of goes over the kid when he's swishing with the sword, and he turns around and looks up at you.
Yeah.
And kind of does that thing where he holds his hand above his eyes to shield his eyes from the sun to try and see you slightly silhouetted. And he's like, "But this one hits," and he pokes you in the stomach.
I just roll about on the floor laughing.
Burn.
Okay, so does this one, and I very lightly tap him on the head.
And he kind of does that thing where he puffs out his cheeks and purses his lips, like he's like, not impressed.
Tempted me to get him to roll for the
He rolls a 20, just smashes the kid's head in.
No, just literally, just a bit.
No, you definitely tap him on the head with your hammer, yeah. This is when Crumbar goes, "Cool, that counts as a hit. I use Divine Smite."
Oh, damn it, you got it. Yeah. I use Divine Smite. Also, I'll activate searing weapon and just burn the kid crisp.
This is when you'd lose initiative to the kid, though, so let's not go down there. But yeah, so the kid just like kind of like puffs out his cheeks, like all kind of like, because he knows that, you know, a hammer is going to hurt more than just him poking you with a stick in the stomach.
So is he like unimpressed by it? Or is
I mean,
kinda...
tapped in the head with a hammer, yeah, he's a bit unimpressed by that, yeah. But like, it's because he was excited when you and Reach fought, but you didn't fight with your hammer. So you've been impressive without the hammer, and then you've went, look at how awesome this hammer is, but when he saw you fighting in the dream, you missed with the hammer.
Yeah, but if I punch a kid, then...
I don't think the kid's saying fight him. The kid is not saying fight him.
Yeah, I know. It's more so just because I've seen him with a weapon.
But that's it. Like, that's like, if you were going to read into that, that's how you could, like...
Yeah, aye.
Like, if you roll insight, in fact, that's probably something you should do. Do you want to roll insight now, and we'll see how much of this you actually pick up on as Crumbar?
Yeah, because that would probably help me work out what to...
Like, how to react, yeah. Yeah, you pick up everything like that, yeah. You realise instantly that he's seen you competently play the pan flute after your hand-to-hand combat victory versus Reach the monk. So, you were impressive then. Fighting dream bats and missing ain't impressive. So maybe, like, as you kind of like realise the kid's a bit like fed up in a huff, maybe is the technical term. You maybe realise that that's it. So I don't know if you would even maybe Crumbar would go away and think about that, or if you would push the subject.
I'd notice he's unimpressed, and I'll be just you know, I'd crouch down to his level, kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's the respectable thing to do.
Yeah, like obviously, like kind of holding the hammer in both, like horizontally in both hands, like reached out to him. Be like, so are you not very impressed with Veronica?
Is that Veronica the hammer? Yeah.
Veronica is the hammer.
And he kind of looks at it, and like you can see him looking at it with like his hands behind his back, holding like the stick, as he leans forward, looking over it, and like his hair falls like kind of onto it, and he's looking down, and he's like, I don't really like hammers. And he kind of like looks kind of sad. Like, I mean, it could just be that he's not wanting to upset you because you clearly like the hammer. But
the hammer is my child.
Is this what you said back to him?
No, I'm just foreshadowing. Sorry, what did he say?
He kind of, as I said, he leans forward with the stick like behind his back, he leans in, and his hair drips over the hammer, and he kind of looks at it up and down. Like he's giving it like the respect you seem to give the hammer as well, but he's looking at it, he's like, I don't really like hammers. And he's kind of looking at you quite sad, as if he doesn't want to upset you.
Well then, what weapons do you like?
He kind of like lightens up a bit, he kind of gets a wee bit excited.
Sorry, can I retract that?
Yeah.
Can I retract that?
I just punch him!
Roll for initiative. No, so I kind of just... Crumbar kind of laughs slightly and goes, well, I don't think you're strong enough to wield something like this just yet. What kind of weapons do you like instead?
And then the kid gets kind of excited. And he's like, I like this. And he runs away, picks up his book, runs back, and like holds his book up just above his head, really proud.
A book? A book's not a weapon.
And he kind of like clutches it to his chest, and he's like, knowledge is the best weapon, and kind of looks fairly like proud again. Nods once.
Crumbar.
Yeah. I just love the idea that, so if we pause you just now, like the camera does that zoom out, and we just see the three of you doing what as you stare at Crumbar being the ambassador.
Yeah, well, yeah, can't argue with that. War's a 1 and lost on knowledge. That's all it takes. So, yes, right. Asmus, is there anything you'd like to do in the city that we're approaching?
You mean Eremos?
Can I just add one thing in just because I really want to make sure this happens? So as the kid says that knowledge is the best weapon, Crumbar sniggers and gives him like a light punch to the shoulder and go, "No, weapons are the best weapons."
He kind of does that thing where like he kind of like rubs his shoulder really like obviously, and he's got his like puffed out cheeks again, like he's unimpressed. Kind of screws up his eyes at you and doesn't say anything. And then I think at that point, obviously, we've had like he holds up the book, it zooms out, we hear Reach say, "No, the kid's not wrong," to the Kitty and Arya, and then we go back and then Crumbar punches him. So does MD step in at this point?
Not like punch, just like
I mean,
playful.
they don't know you that well.
No, yeah. Just go in between Crumbar.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stand for that either, because he's a kid, so almost as helpless as a little animal. So
I can dream.
I'm just gonna try to pull the kid away.
I just sort of stay in place, like not really reacting because I don't like this kid, so I see no interaction.
Like, what the hell do you think you're doing, sort of thing.
Okay, so do you address Crumbar? Do you address the kid? Is it one of those things where both of you do the back-to-back stepping in between, and one deals with Crumbar, one deals with the kid?
I'm pulling the kid away and like kind of over my shoulder, going like at Crumbar. I'm like, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" Well, actually, not hell. I wouldn't be saying hell, but like.
No, you can say hell. Hell is a thing.
What the blazes do you think you're doing?
I just stand next to Crumbar and we sort of look at each other, and I just.
He's a child.
He had a weapon. He had a weapon. I had a weapon. Like, I was fighting when I was younger than him.
That's not the point here.
No, the point was on that puny stick that he had.
As
My
you
hammer beat it.
rub your armour, where it's obviously got a tiny bit of bark marking it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with some harmless play fighting? Leave him be.
As a point, that
What
tiny
is-
stick hurt you. You didn't manage to block it.
What do you mean by play fighting? There was only fighting.
Next time I might need to use some of my monk skills. Then next time I have a unarmed combat, just for fun.
Just for fun.
It will happen.
Not everything has to be sorted with violence. He needs to know that.
Harsh cut to those
Well-
guards. Harsh cut to the bats. Harsh cut.
Sorry, I'm quickly just checking my character sheet for something.
Okay, while you're doing that, so Callum,
No,
I
yeah,
hope you realise what you've bought into here.
I mean, it's entertaining.
Yeah, this is babysitting the RP.
I know, cool, but so on her last remark, Crumbar just snickers and goes, "Well, violence has worked for me so far this long so far."
Yeah, it's got you very far as well, hasn't it? Yes.
Yeah, I'm stuck with a druid, a bald guy, and my dinner.
And me!
Might be time for a
Like-
new tack.
Eremos leans out from behind Arya and shouts, "And me."
Yeah, oh great, and a boy. And it just kind of like sigh.
He screws up his face again.
It's actually
Okay.
a very a monk with a really bad memory. But why on earth were we going to this city in the first place? We're trying to find Celeste, isn't it? So why? Or we assumed Celeste would have met us by now.
I think we're just trying to find where the. Oh, what was it again? Oh, wait. In fact, reading the notes, you need to find the kid a lollipop.
Don't remember that, but
I hope someone's taking
See-
session 4
see-
notes as well.
Session 2. Session 2. Need to get kid a lollipop.
So, yeah.
Anyway.
What's the plan then? No one's even asked the kid what they want to do yet either,
No,
because that was a mini plan 2
I've
seconds
tried.
ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's with the kid
You've
now?
annoyed them, so it's Arya and I'm kind of somewhere nearby as well. But so Aramis, anything you would like to do in the city?
Stop the dwarf.
And he sits and he thinks, because he just puts his book down and then sits like just behind it. And he's like, what's in the city? He just looks up to you.
Many people.
Anything. Lots of people, lots of shops, lots of things.
Are there
in general.
dragons? And he gets like excited.
I would hope not.
Not real ones.
And he kind of like cocks his head at you. And he's like,
There'll be figures, you know, to
I was
appreciate.
gonna say, sorry.
Where is the
I
golden
was-
dragon, by the way?
that's like all the way down here.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the Golden Citadel. Where the Gold Dragon is, well, it's another question. But that's the Golden Citadel there.
Yeah. So I'm
It's not
I'm
the dragon.
assuming. Can I just with the Paladin Order? I'm assuming they would have statues of the dragon.
Oh yeah, like it's not
Right.
like most
In-
of the motifs would be dragon based. Also,
Yeah,
there isn't
in this-
there isn't just one gold. Like there's
Yeah.
gold dragons.
Oh yeah,
plural.
that's good.
And
Is there
also,
any-
I'm gonna keep finishing this though, so hold on. So, there are silver dragons, there are bronze dragons, there are copper dragons. They're all considered good. It's not just gold dragons. It's just the Great Gold Worm is the only one worshipped akin to a god.
Is there anything in the city that would have anything about the dragons or any like statues of them or
I mean, there's
things like that?
probably an outpost for the Golden Order.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because then because if there is and there's a dragon there, I could go. Well, I could take you to see a statue.
I mean, it's unlikely that they would just have a statue of a dragon there specifically, but this is like a trading city. This is the biggest trading city. So if you're looking for something like, as Kitty was saying, like something like a toy dragon,
Right, yeah.
like there's loads of things that you could find in Glitterhagen. As Reach rightfully said, you pretty much could find anything if you were looking hard enough. Because keep in mind, you've got the black market of Shadowport not a million miles away. You have walked completely away from Shadowport, which was probably for the best.
That's that one there.
Yeah, the little one. So,
Alright, so shall we go get the kid a lollipop and a dragon?
Good idea. Yeah. Let's go in.
Hermos quickly puts his book back in his backpack and swings it on his back. And that kind of way almost
Does he
knocks
look
him
at
off
least a
balance.
bit excited?
Oh yeah, he's like
I
definitely
was,
excited.
I was gonna
Like
say.
a kid on his way to the candy shop.
He's I mean, you can't really tell. You've posed lollipop and dragon in the same sentence, so you don't really know which one he's more excited about.
How about a lollipop in the shape of a dragon?
I mean, that might just be the best day
Well,
for
you
him.
did say that we would find things in shapes of dragons, so that one,
Yeah.
that.
Totally
That's
doable.
quite possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan
I have
reaches
this
for
little-
player handbook to find out price of lollipop.
I have a
So
feeling
not-
that we're gonna like try and outdo each other with things with dragons on now. So it's like
This is how we
I
bankrupt
texted-
the party.
I text the lollipop with in the shape of a dragon. Like, here you go, kid. Mine's
I'm looking
edible.
at
You
the-
wouldn't be lying.
Yeah.
Like someone gets him somehow a T-shirt with a dragon on because that's totally in that time era of T-shirts with
And
things on
then
them.
obviously somebody's gonna up it with a helium balloon of a dragon.
I
'cause-
came
Yeah.
I came to Glitterhagen for the dragons, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the title of this video.
Yep.
Somebody write it
Done.
down somewhere, although it's ridiculously long. But yeah. Right, okay, so an excited, reinvigorated travelling group head towards Glitterhagen. You approach the gates. Are you making any attempt to hide your obvious motifs, or...
Well, I'm just generally hiding myself because I'm not really, people might
Yeah.
have an odd reaction to seeing a talking cat.
Mhm.
So I just put my hood over, sort of have my hands hidden kind of thing. I've got boots on, so it's fine.
Yep, perfect.
Loose in it, eh?
Do I have any motifs other than just the colour of my outfit?
Like, people could see with a decent roll, if that makes
Yeah.
sense, people would be able to work it out. Like, they could make the assumption safely, but they
Yeah.
wouldn't know for definite. It isn't like you wear a tag of any kind, but
No.
you're a bald guy wearing robes, and
Yeah,
they're goldy, so
It's kind of hard to disguise.
yeah. But it's also not the most difficult thing to guess if they really had to, but I mean, you could just be somebody exotic from the south, right? So
Like, I'm not gonna lie, Crumbar is gonna just be bold as brass, and anything that shows up, like, you know, clearly not trying to hide his
bold as gold, you mean,
armor.
right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
no brass
Like,
dragon you follow. It's the great
any-
gold worm.
yeah, so like any like sigils or emblems on the armor, I'm not like hiding. I'm kind of showing them off, like almost trying to like peacock them a wee bit, and like clearly like still gripping a hammer and just looking very like making my presence known.
Hmm. Yeah, makes sense. So walking tall, basically.
Aye, thank you. That's
There you go. Walking tall. Yeah. Trying to think. Nobody else is particularly overt, really. So yeah, that's fine. What's the plan when he's getting to say?
well. I'm assuming if we're but I'm assuming we go to like some kind of like there has to be a street market. There's always a street.
The entire city is the equivalent of a street market, right? Like the city is just rows and rows of people and stalls and shop fronts behind them. Like it's busy, very very busy. Like the streets are tall, you know. It's quite metropolitan, you know. Like for people that aren't used to cities, this is very much a lot of city.
Crumbar looks for food.
Wait, let's put it this way: I'm probably not happy.
Yeah. Okay.
Too many people, not enough animals, and the animals that I can see are probably in like cages and being sold and generally
or
unhappy.
working.
On
Yeah.
plates.
Yeah, working.
So while we're walking around, I use my feed cant thing.
'Kay.
So like I see if there's any like hidden codes anywhere on the walls that tell me of secrets and things.
Ooh.
How would I go about rolling that?
To what end? What are you looking for?
Generally just like taking what's happening in the city that normal people would know about. Like if there's anything going on in the underworld kind of thing.
Secret society symbols
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
If there's anything we should maybe be wary of so we're not caught unaware.
Roll perception and then an insight for me.
Perception.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, well,
So you
blinded by the sun and cannot see for shit.
No, like you spot. You can spot, obviously. You're trained to look for where you would instinctively leave messages that might just look like scuff marks on buildings and things like that. And the city has so much foot traffic that it's hard to tell what actually might be a really, really detailed but like hundreds of years old series of markings. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not so much that you just are blind and can't see them, it's just that you don't have a frame of context for this city. Like
Yeah.
this isn't
'Cause it's
familiar
not my
for you.
city, so
Yeah. So you could be missing a lot of information. You just don't have the ability to process it yet, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Those
yeah.
are kind of
I've taken note.
Mhm.
I've noticed things.
Like if you'd went out for like, let's say you spent like a whole day just wandering around and tried to gauge it from like a grander scale, like throughout the whole city, you could probably
Yeah.
spend a couple of days like actually putting it together. But
Yeah.
there's
We
maybe
don't have
too
it.
much. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, but you definitely know there's probably stuff that you could be gleaning from that. You just don't have
Yeah.
time to do it yet. But yeah, definitely. Right, who else is doing what? What are we trying to achieve first? Right, so are we trying to achieve Kid Dragon Lollipop?
Yeah, I was saying
Yeah.
that's the first thing.
Right, okay.
Mm.
Who's going to look for that?
I'll look
Crumbar's
for
looking. Yeah.
Right, so reach
Meanwhile,
I'll be
I'm-
looking as well.
Right, so one of you can roll, and the other one can help, and thus grant the person rolling advantage. So who
What
wants
is
to
it?
make the roll?
Yeah.
It's perception.
What is the roll? Perception.
I'll roll.
Okay, so you can roll with advantage if Reach is helping.
So I roll perception
to
to
advantage?
aid.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
Oh, I just
You
give
are
it,
helping,
that's it.
thus you grant
Yeah.
advantage to her.
Yeah,
Yep.
already.
Yep, cool. And it
Oh,
is
beautiful.
Reach that finds it, so just want to, like, as you look through, because the way I'm interpreting that is the second roll would be technically Reach's help.
Cool.
So, I don't know if it's just that you spot it, but yeah, there's someone selling various, like, candied fruit.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
some of it
ask
might
them
be
if you
shaped.
have anything, dragon shaped.
And then the person kind of looks at the barrel underneath. So it's a gnome. It's a gnome woman that you see. As both you and Arya step up, and obviously it's a bald monk with a blue-haired twig woman, and she kind of looks you up and down, kind of like cocks a bushy eyebrow. Like she's got like kind of weirdly kind of violet-y pink kind of faded hair, all kind of pulled back with a bit of a bandana holding it, and she's looking at you and she's like, dragons, eh? Only imagine a really more feminine, annoying tone to that. The you know, almost what's her name?
You
Umbridge.
had it the first time.
Thanks.
That's-
Umbridge. 10 damage, Reach. And just from her kicking you. So she hops down and disappears from sight behind the stall. You hear a thud, and then you see her like climb back up onto the little box to look over the stall, and she holds up two
Aw.
apples, and she's like, I've got green apples and I've got red apples, but none make good dragons. And she looks at you like with a slow nod. Do you want to roll insight or an intelligence, like kind of check of some kind to work out
Okay.
why?
It's
Or
like- Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, chromatic dragons being black, white, red, green, blue are evil. So she's looking at a red apple and a green apple. She's kind of looking at you going, nobody would buy this in their right mind. Like it's kind of like a bad-
They wouldn't make good dragons. They could make dragons though.
Any yellow apples?
and she kind of like screws up her face. Yellow apples.
You get light green apples, so it's kind of yellowish.
And she kind of like puts her hands on her hips with an apple in each fist. She's like, do you want to buy anything or not?
Probably not. I've got a feeling we're in a city without dragons.
And she leans in. She's like, why are you looking for dragons? She looks quite worried.
Not real ones.
No, not real ones. Just a
So
toy
do you
to
just
keep
appear
the
from nowhere then,
boy
Kitty?
happy.
Well, I'm sort of trying to blend in with the shadows, trying to be noticed.
So yeah, she kind of does. But yeah.
But like, I'm sort of too short to see over the stand, so I'm just sort of just a voice out of nowhere.
Trying to find a toy for the or that Eremos here.
So have you left the kid with Crumbar?
Yeah,
I
but
think
Oh,
you
No,
have.
the kid's
trying
gonna
to
be
find the
big.
toy for
No,
the kid.
the kids are Arya. Crumbar looking for street meat.
She kind of like, if you want toys, see a carpenter. Probably carve you up a dragon. I don't know why she's turned into that accent, but it's what she's got now. So, and she kind of like points away over to like, you know, far through the marketplace, as if on the other side of it. And she gestures absentmindedly with a green apple in her hand.
So I guess that's our next destination then.
And she kind of waits expectantly.
Yeah, I'm still worried. Red and green doesn't match up to any of the good dragons he's mentioned, so that's what I'm kind of like. No, don't like that. So
Basically, the red and the green are evil dragons. They're
yeah.
chromatics are bad, metallics are good.
So no, we go And here we go. And yes, this is definitely not a place for the good dragons. This is a place for the bad dragons, so we need to be a little bit careful here.
She then just looks really, really worried, and then she kind of like grabs like a kind of sweeping kind of broom thing, and just starts like pushing you guys away. Come on now, not buying, get moving.
Yeah, we're going.
She like hops off her box and kind of comes around the stall and makes sure she like shuffles everybody away and starts sweeping where your feet print were and stuff, as if that would get rid of the bad omens. Right, so the camera does that thing where we see her in the distance, hop back on our box, and does that focus back to the foreground, and we've got you guys in shot.
So are we all together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so
So,
it looks as though this is a place for red and green dragons and not gold and metal dragons. Just to let you know, so be a little bit careful here.
So your insight check
Crumbar.
taught you that the colour of apple is what worried her. Not that this place worships chromatic dragons. The
yeah,
fact
it
that
actually sounds quite the other
she's-
way around, that
it's
they're
a
afraid of them.
superstition. She wouldn't carve you a dragon with that colour from the
Yeah.
fruit. So it's
There
not.
might be a dragon nearby.
It's not that. It's more
Maybe
just.
not in
Would
the
you
city.
chance it? No.
No.
Yeah, they're like really, really old, powerful creatures. So no, you don't mess with dragons. And a blue apple you don't want to sell. So. But it isn't like she's a member of like the Red Dragon cult or anything like that. It's nothing
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It's just that had there been a golden fruit, they would probably have happily already been carving them into dragons, you know? But yeah, otherwise it's just dipping apples in, fruit and whatnot.
So let's go find that carpenter, and they might be able to. They might have like dragon toys that are painted silver-y colors.
Now, everyone tell me your passive perceptions. Or just type them in to Discord. It's underneath your skill
where-
list. And just type it into
Oh.
Discord for me.
Underneath your skill list,
There's
right?
it.
So underneath like acrobatics and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
found it.
See, if everyone's just 12 and mine's just 10, I will not be happy. God damn it. Shut up, food.
That wasn't me.
Oh,
I did
wasn't
laugh though, to be fair, but
Right.
the proper cackle.
Oh, yeah, no, the proper cackle was.
So, as you start to make your way through the crowd towards like the carpentry district, right? You, these are all walking. So the kid's obviously kind of excited at the idea that you might get a dragon, and you are obviously explaining the dragons are this way or whatever. He's decided to placate him with. So you're all kind of talking amongst yourselves. Possibly Reach is in the middle of Kitty and Crumbar for obvious reasons, making sure they don't eat each other. And then Arya, who's maybe just behind them, walking with Eremos. You notice someone following you.
Who notices? Sorry.
Arya notices.
Alright.
Oh,
You just catch out the side of your eye and you're like, that person's been with us since we got in the city.
what can I see of them? Like male, female, cloaked.
Are you going to stop and try and get a look at them?
I'm gonna pretend to like tie my laces, or be like, or something of the sort, and like kind of look back.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to roll perception? Look at that. Look at that.
Dicer and liking us today.
Damn.
So, Aeric,
Yo,
do you want to describe what Arya sees?
you see a cloaks man it's just a brown cloak, going over my head, barely revealing my face.
So just a figure in a cloak,
Yeah.
Kind
chasing
of,
us, well, following us.
kind of fair skin, blondish hair coming out of the cloak hood.
Yeah, you see blonde hair, yeah, just a few strands dangling down.
I mean, literally, even like minute details. She's got this, by the way, just so you know. It's like
Oh, okay.
it's
I've
high-
got black shoes on,
Yeah.
like more like boots. If you can see my possibly my deep blue eyes.
I'm getting the very kind of image that you're mind when the hobbits first met Strider in Lord of the Rings, and he's like kind of like heavy cloaked and everyone like that, like just
That's
complete
play it
Trinity.
through, Eddie. Right.
Can you
Incredible.
tell
Arya,
if he's
can you
like
tell us?
human or like?
Oh yeah, he's human.
No, can I tell from like anything that he's wearing that he's a sorcerer or whatever? Like,
Probably
or is
not.
he just a human man in a
I
cloak?
mean, I don't believe I'd have anything that'd be relating to me being a sword.
No.
I have
Just a guy in a cloak with a.
yeah.
Are you carrying any visible weapons?
Yeah,
Oh, you can see a light hammer, a small one-handed hammer.
Okay.
So if
Arya,
anything,
can you tell us about it? Or? No.
So these two are going to be comparing hammers soon.
How did you know?
Yeah, you knew it's gonna happen.
Okay, so I'm gonna pretend that I'm done like lacing my shoes and like
yeah.
catch up with the guys.
No,
It
so
tasted
no.
nothing.
So
for me.
you take in him. You do that thing where you take a quick glance. You spot what you need to spot. Finish tying your laces. Take in what you can. See, it's a guy cloaked, like wearing, fairly decent gear, holding a hammer. So, or like at least equipped with a hammer. So you can clearly tell it's someone
Yeah,
able
armed.
to fight, right? And then you go to like stand back up, take Eremos' hand, and obviously maybe like quick step to catch up with everybody else, and Eremos
Yeah.
isn't there.
I'm
And we're going to take our break
be-
there.
Okay.
So guys, we'll see you at 9
So
when we come back from the break.
Yeah.
did you just say
Find out
Eremos
where
was
I
ran away, like not there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's called
Okay.
Cliffhanger. So
Dun dun dun.
see you for part 2
Yeah.
at 9.
We have been told he likes them.